Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new help video with me, Sherman. And today guys, we're going to be going over the healing one bar setup for those who have disabilities and have trouble playing the game with bar swapping and stuff like that. This is just so you can play the game with a group of people and you're not going to have as many problems if you can learn how to play this way. It works out really well and it's really fun. So let's get to it. So I am using the Mustahir Alawara build. It is just Necromancer in Arabic, and I'm going to use this for showing you or demoing how you can play a one-bar healer build. Now, any character in the game, any class can play a one-bar healer. A Sorc can play it, a Nightblade, Necromancer, Warden, all that. Every class has its own unique way of doing healing, and you don't have to do it this way that I have it set up here. Like I said, every class is going to be different. So let's take a look at how we have the skill set up. So with playing a healer, one of the things that a lot of people expect healers to do is to give resources. So one of the first things you're going to want to do is get the the orb ability from the Undaunted line. And it is the final skill you unlock. So you have to be like rank, I think, 7 or 8 to unlock this. And then once you unlock it, you'll get access to giving resources to your allies. If you don't have this, don't stress it. There's other things you can use, other tools and stuff you can use in your class to do things outside of this. Another one is Templars get this also, so you can have a way of giving resources to your allies if you play a Templar. Right. So moving on. The next thing most healers have is healing springs or an AoE heal over time. So the Necromancer actually has it built in, so does the Warden, so does the Templar. And they come in different versions. So the Necro has Enduring Undeath. We can use this instead of Healing Springs. Healing Springs does heal over time for 3 seconds, and it does give you magicka back for every person that you heal. So that's one of the main reasons why a lot of people like to use this. It helps keep your resources maxed. Another ability is a burst heal. A lot of people like using Combat Prayer because it gives Minor Berserk, it gives Minor Resolve, and Minor Ward for 8 seconds. And they like to use this ability for that purpose. Now, the Necro also has a burst heal. It's not as effective as this because it doesn't hit multiple targets, but they do have Blood Sacrifice, which is a burst heal, and it's actually more powerful than this. So this is another ability that you can use. The next thing that a lot of healers use is a heal over time, a consistent heal over time. So the thing we're going to use is the Spirit Guardian, and this thing lasts for 6 seconds. It heals every 2 seconds, and then while active, 10% of the damage you take is transferred to the Spirit. Instead, you can use the Intensified Spirit Mender, and it's a little bit better. It does more healing. So, and then the last thing we have here is our Summoner's Armor. This is just to boost our resistances. It also makes our Spirit Mender have a reduced cost to summon, and it does create a corpse on activation. A lot of the things the Necro require corpses, so that's the reason why I have these two abilities. And then last but not least, we do have a Resurrect here. Different healers, different skills will use different abilities. Some will use Warhorn, some might use like Barrier from the Alliance War skill line, because this way you can get the put shields on your allies. There's a lot of different ultimates that you can use. But the main thing you have to do when playing a healer is make sure that you have a resto staff. Not always, because most classes can get away with it. Wardens, Nightblades, Templars, and Necromancers don't really need a resto staff for healing. DKs and Sorcs pretty much do, to be really good healers, because then they can get access to better heals than what they have, even though their class heals are pretty powerful. But the main reason why is for Essence Drain. When you gain Major Mending for 3 seconds after you complete a fully charged heavy attack. This gives you 25% healing done. You also heal yourself or a nearby ally for 37% of the damage inflicted, and it has to be a fully charged heavy attack. But Resto Staff gives you a lot of interesting passives and benefits for being a healer. So that's why a lot of people use this, is for that purpose. Now, Again, not every class has to use a resto staff. A lot of classes can get away without it. Now, another thing that a lot of healers like to use is destruction staffs, so they can apply major fracture or a major breach with elemental drain. And this will apply major breach, and it also applies magic of steel. So this is something else that they like to use. And if you want to switch to a destruction staff, you can use a destruction staff if you're like I said, a necromancer, a templar, or one of those. You can still one bar play and do this at the same time. So really, it's up to you. And those are just some options in how you can one bar play and how you can one bar setup. Now, being a healer in a group setting, or even as solo play, having the ability to heal yourself is important. But when you're solo playing, it's a lot different. You don't need as many effective tools. In fact, you don't even need a resto staff. You can probably get by with just your own class abilities. So, just letting you know that. And then solo play with a healer is no different than solo playing with anything else. You just make your character have the ability to solo play. Use 2 damage abilities, plus like a shield, a heal, and then a resistance buff. And then whatever ability you want to use for your ultimate. That's how you can solo play a healer. Now, if you want to play it as a, like, primarily healer, this is what you can do. And this you can play in groups. So if you're playing in, like, dungeon groups, or, you know, if your trial group is like, hey, we need a healer, we understand you know, you can only play 1 bar, would you heal for us? You know, on normal, you could. I don't know how effective you'd be on veteran, because I've never tried one barring a veteran trial, but I have tried one barring a normal trial, and it's not bad. It's pretty easy to do if you have a super built out character. So, like, if your character is at max CP and all that kind of stuff, it becomes a lot easier. But that's pretty much it. I mean, that's how you can one bar with a healer. You don't really need anything special in your CP. A lot of people will say, well, you need like 100 points in the Blast, 100 in the Elfborn. You don't really need that much, because you're only going to get 5% more healing done in critical healing, and you're only going to get 5% more done in here. So it's like, I already have a lot of healing done. Why do I need more? You know, it's a funny joke to me, but some people, it's like really, they're adamant about that. So you can do that here if you want to. I don't see a purpose to it, honestly, because you don't want to overheal too much, but you also don't want to underheal. And being a Khajiit character, you get 10% healing done, critical healing done. So I have 30% critical healing done. So, and I have a 55% critical heal with this character. So it's like, yeah, I can super heal. But that's the thing. Like, you have to understand, when you play a healer, it's, a lot of people always say, well, a healer's job is to do this, it's to do this. This is what the devs say a healer's job is: to heal and protect allies, keeping them alive throughout combat, throughout the battle. And that's pretty much it. That's what your job is. Just like their tank suggested, absorb damage from enemies and prevents allies from being attacked. These are just very simplified rules that explain how you can play a character. And it's how the game's designed to be played. Like, to be a damage dealer focuses on dealing damage against enemies that pose a threat. Anybody can be a damage dealer, anybody can be a healer, and anybody can be a tank with the right setup. But it doesn't require you to use specific gear or tools or anything like that. That's all optional based on how you choose to play. So, the 1 bar setup for a healer is really simple. It's just healing skills with resource management for your group, and maybe you know, like a shield or something. Like I said, like, this is to, like, if ever the group's gonna wipe, boom, you can res everybody, kind of thing. This is just to give you more survivability. This is to just help heal, and do damage and give resources. Now, you can use the healing orb too if you want, but I like the mystic orb because I feel it fits the necromancer a little bit better. So, but yeah, that's what it all comes down to. And it's really simple to play. It's not complicated. It's pretty self-explanatory. Like I said, an orb, an AoE heal, a burst heal, and a dot heal. So this way you can do that. And you can even do it with the rest of stuff. Like, I can get rid of everything off here and just go with this. Or sorry, I can go this route. And I can still keep a group alive. Because I have a shield I can apply to myself and an ally. I have this, and I have this heal over time. So I can effectively keep my group alive with this. In both normal and veteran. You don't need a lot of healing to heal through content. You just have to have the ability to do it. And keep an eye on it while you're doing it. So healing is a very challenging job at times, but also it's a really easy job if you know how to do it. Or roll. But that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I hope it was informative and helpful. If it was, you guys know what's coming next. Go ahead and hit that like button. If you guys want to see more videos by me, you can subscribe. Other than that, I want to thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a wonderful day, and this guy might see you in game. Also, before I go, if you guys are asking for, if you guys want any builds, suggestions for one bar play, please contact me through my YouTube channel and let me know if you'd like to see one bar builds. If you would, I will make some and I'll start posting those as well. So, but let me know. And that is it. Have a good day. Bye.